Okay, back here with a short video. I'm getting back into fiddling with NABU a little bit more lately and discovered that there is a new internet adapter, the NABU.CA one from DJ, that now has a headless mode. One of the things I wanted to try to do in this case on Windows, was to get it to run in the background as a service. Out of the box, it doesn't do that. It can't do that. It's missing that sort of on-start method that Windows EXEs need to have for a service to run. So I'm going to walk through how to get it to run with something else hosting it. In this case, one of the things was it has spaces in most of the file names, and those were presenting a problem for me. So to get around it, I went and picked up the portable version of the Internet Adapter here, downloaded it, and dropped it into a directory on my C drive, NABU_IA. So there is the adapter. By the way, this service file right here talks about Windows. The next step is you can take an existing config file, which is what I did from where it was running before, and made some changes to the config file, and we'll kind of go through those here a little bit. The config.xml I have is set up to automatically start RS-422 on the COM port of my adapter on this machine. And by the way, I tested all this before standalone mode, before actually trying to run it as a service. So as you can see here, it's the usual, and I just modified the locations to point to that NABU_IA directory that I created. I do have console logging turned on for this, and I have a tail running on it right now, so you can see. So you've got a config file, you've got a binary sitting in the C drive. The next step is to get it registered as a service. So in this case, you got a couple of options. You've got, well, this actually used to come with like Windows Server, or what, 2000, 2003, the serve-any. Here's a sort of updated version of the serve-any. I chose to go down this path with this thing called Windows Service Manager, which is what I'm going to be using here. I tried serve-any, and it worked. It's just you had to edit the registry manually, which in this case I liked having a little GUI that I could use to set it up with. So the command line you're going to run in this case for the service right here, you can see, is this. -C passes in the pointer to the config file, and -N tells it, I can't remember, it's like, it's essentially running, you know, without sending output to the screen, like with, I guess that's truly the headless mode, right? So there's actually nothing running on the screen. So that's the command line you're going to want. And then in this case, I pulled up that service manager, and I created a service called NABU-IA01 right here. There is that command line. I have it set to manual right now, and it's running as local system. It does appear to work as local system. I suppose you could run it as a user account as well. I have not tried that, but it would probably work. And if you pull up Windows services right here, you can see it looks similar. And note that what it does here is uses servman to run this executable. It hosts it. So I guess I should probably drop that into some other directory other than my downloads. You know, I should probably drop it in that actual NABU-IA directory. I'll put it there later and re-register it. But anyways, it is running right now. We'll stop it. So let's see. What do we do here? You downloaded the binary. You dropped a config file in. You took that command line. You registered as a service after you downloaded the service sort of hosting utility. And now you want to test it. Let me change my screen here to get the NABU on there. Nope. There we go. So NABU is connected, and I have it capturing out HDMI. Let's see here. I got tail running, and let's start this service. You should see the tail. Boom, there it starts up. Let's turn on the NABU. Boom. Come on, ching. This machine has a floppy controller in it and a GoTech on it. Loading from cable. I have no audio connected to this machine. And there is the headless option. You know what? Let's see. It worked earlier. Let's try the NABU cam. I think it is still 4 on this machine. Be cool if this actually runs when it's as a service. Come on, come on, come on. You can do it. A little bit slow when it comes from the service. Wonder if it's going to stop. Yep, it didn't work. Well, we'll fix that later. I think it's probably because I rebooted and it's no longer device 4. It's some other device, which separate issue. But as you can see, it does boot, and I'll do some more testing. Be curious to know if anybody else has issues. This is probably going to have issues with permissions and who knows what else. It's not really meant to run this way. But we'll see how it does. Anyways, that's it for now. Take care.